the Pomme de Blanc, to get it this time. And we're about to go on our first boat rides over across the Lac de Mont. And I was here last time because we had the car. We didn't want to take the boat, but today we've decided to take the plunge, take the tram and go on the boat. Because I've not been in a boat in years. We're next to the ridiculously clean swans right now. Ooh! Look how clean that water is. Oh my gosh. So, in Geneva there is 3 ways of transport. There is the tram, there is the bus, and then you've got the water bus here, which I'm on here. So we're just going to the other side of the lake now, going past all the... No joke, people see this water. The water in Geneva is so clean. It's so clean. Like the birds here. In Glasgow the birds are so dirty. And you see it in the ponds and they're dirty. You always feel sorry for them. The birds here, you're like, I want to jump in that water, it's that clean. It's insane how clean the birds are here, you know. Last time I was here at night time and we passed this boat and it goes up in lights. So that's the most fancier version of getting to the lake. See any of my birdie friends? So, we've just came off the boat bus there. And I thought it was like this big thing, but partly it's a way of transport going from the bus, using a water bus, just like when you use the normal bus or the tram. I thought it was quite cool, you don't get that in Scotland. So the important thing about the Mouette, which is the water buses, is you can buy a ticket for the tram, the Mouette, the train, the buses, all within like an hour and a half period. So if you need to go from somewhere to another place, you need to use different methods of transport, you can just buy the one ticket that gets you in all transport. So we've got now half an hour to now go to this shop and go all the way back again, but we can still use the same ticket. Using the boat is a quick, fun and unusual way to get across the lake. And just look at this view! It's beautiful! I just wish the judo was on. So normally the judo is on, but because it's too windy, they do not put the judo on. So I'm a wee bit disappointed that I'm not going to see it, but last time I got to see it. But it's a really big waterfront that swings up. It's pretty iconic to Geneva. Every single picture of Geneva you will see the iconic mountain moving up. Mary Shelley was living in Geneva when she was writing Frankenstein. So when she needed a mountain for her monster to climb up, what was better inspiration than a sleeve? Story has another literary legend. Gargantua himself dug out the lake in Geneva to quench his thirst. As passers-by watched the dirt pile grow taller, "It's rising, it's rising!" they would exclaim in French. And that was how the Savive got its name. Behind me is the Brunswick Memorial. So a funny fact about this, Brunswick was actually a really wealthy citizen of Geneva. And when he wanted to pass away, he wanted to leave his money to Geneva on the conditions that he had his own memorial. So the funny fact about the memorial is it's actually really beautiful. He's actually buried there as well, which I thought was slightly strange but amazing. I hope Glasgow do that with me one day. So the one thing about Geneva is they take their cycling very seriously. So I've noticed, be very vigilant that everyone cycles here. They're behind you, they're the side of you. So just make sure that you're all round aware, because I've nearly been hit about 5 times. But it's my fault, I'm on the cycle lane. And of course, it would not be Geneva without spotting a £4 million car. In the old days, this is where Geneva Waterworks building was. And this is where the Jet d'Eau was born, when people would gather to watch the release of water pressure from the factory shutting down. Oh, that sound is beautiful.
Yeah.
The sound of the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Although very tempting, it's impossible to get lost in Geneva. You always end up somewhere familiar, but it's a perfect place to aimlessly wander and explore and feel far away from home. So these are the old candles that used to defend the city of Geneva. These ones in Scotland, they're a lot bigger and wider than this. He's a big boy, hen.
Oh yeah.
Isn't he?
Oh yeah.
You
Want
boy.
to be on the other end of that.
What?
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of
No,
that.
no, no, no. Look at that, wee detail. You can tell they're fancy in their ones. And they've got like this beautiful kind of, what's that called?
Mosaic.
Mosaic, yeah. I love this mosaic art here. You know, it's really beautiful. I'm trying to work out what it is.
This looks like a feast or some
It's
sort
like a
of
feast
celebration.
of some sort.
yeah.
I know. Toast to the Brussels. There we go. And what does it mean again?
After darkness comes the light.
Well, there we go. A true Swiss Frenchman. Oh, look at the flag. Look at that. That is cool. So this is the only street I've seen where it's got the Swiss flags on both sides. Absolutely love it. When you're walking down, it's like you're in a Swiss tunnel just off the castle. That is so adorable. A lot of the shops around here, and just in Geneva in general, their shops are not really commercial. Yeah, you've got your Zara, you've got your Mango, but they have a lot of the independent, kind of creative, kind of family made shops here. And the thing that I love about it, everything in these shops is so delicate and intricate. You know, look how beautiful that is. You know, and it's like most of the shops around this area either do jewellery, clothes and everything. It's all really unique to the shop that it is, which is really rare to see in other kind of countries or, you know, capitals like been to. So I find that really cool. The one thing I've noticed, so when walking towards the St. Peter's Cathedral, you've got your really kind of swifty way up at the front of the cathedral. We and Jules came from the back of the cathedral, which was a wee bit more longer, but you know, a wee bit more steadier. But then you've got the stairs here that are more extreme up. It reminds me of Edinburgh a wee bit. Edinburgh's got loads of these kind of stairs that are really steep up and down. So yeah, I'm going to take this route because I've took the front route the other time. This time I'm going to decide to go down this route next to the chicken shop. The chicken shop is one of our favourite restaurants in Geneva. They have a few locations around town and serve the tastiest chicken ever. We weren't that hungry yet, but we decided to explore the city a little bit more as we made our way to it. So in Geneva, the one thing that was prominent to me is their drinking water. This would not work in Glasgow at all, having drinking water like this. It would get dirty all the time. But here I've noticed that they actually running water. This water is completely drinkable. It's round every corner as well. So basically you can just go up and drink it. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Top notch. This fountain doesn't have drinking water or any water in the winter, but instead tells you where you'll end up if you dig straight down. New Zealand! So for some of these Bolexes now, there is a 10-year waiting list. So the fact that there's a second-hand shop that's doing these straight off the back, second-hand, which is new, is pretty, you say, is really, really insane in Switzerland. So the one thing I'm noticing when I'm walking down the Place du Miller is there's so many chocolate shops. So many. Literally I have counted 6. Between walking here, around the corner, around another corner. Basically for a 15-minute walk, it's been about 6. But the one thing I found absolutely hilarious. So when the French celebrate April Fool's Day, I didn't realise they actually have fish to celebrate April Fool's Day. So when I walked past this shop, I was like, why is there fish at the front of it? And then the person inside explained to me that there's a French tradition where they actually put a fish on the back of someone, and that is how they celebrate April Fool's Day. Look how cool these French chocolates are. Look at them. They're awesome. But yeah, I can completely see why the Swiss are famous for chocolate, because this is just like a different level of chocolate. This is chocolate art. And this is me hungry. Let's go and taste that chicken. To be honest, I feel we ate it because we can't be arsed being these buggy video vloggers. And that's it for the mini tour of Geneva. Truly one of the prettiest places I've ever been to. I would take a lifetime for me to explore all of Geneva, but it only takes one day to completely fall in love with it.